injustice.
Yeah.
like this is happening for 33rd. Like this is crazy. So yeah, Cloud9 Ally, who won Evo and has been just taking it to the best player in the world, Ally, leading up to Civil War. Like that's how we got there against 2GG Ranai, who widely believed by many, including Anti, that is the most underrated player who could easily take everybody out in this tournament.
Well, it's underrated. It depends on how much you remember. Because if people do recall, we did have a Genesis 4. But prior to that, there was a Genesis 3. It was the Golden Boy of Japan versus the Golden Boy of, we're calling the U.S.
Yeah.
Zero versus Ranai. And I don't think people that do remember, the people that have been around the scene a little bit longer forgot. I don't think they forgot about his talent,
Yeah, because that set was legendary.
Yes, and nobody knew what was going to happen. Zero expressed how happy he was once he won because of how close that was. Zero at the time was not pressured like that until then by any player in the world.
Yeah, at no point did he ever that was the culmination of the streak. Like he only dropped MLG, but otherwise he was 70-1,
Yeah, something ridiculous,
and capped it off with Genesis 3. So yeah, as we get into here, what you're going to want to look for from Ranai is how well he's going to get this spacing starting out with his slingshots and with his turnips against Ally, who typically is such an intimidating force on the stage.
And the other thing is, how is Ally going to break the defense of Ranai, which in some weird way almost feels like an offense?
Yeah.
But he has a reflector, but obviously Ranai is going to be prepared for that, so he's going to have to be a lot more creative than most people are expecting.
It's like a really good scoring defense in football. Like it really feels like if you make one mistake against this defense, if you do one wrong thing, you're just going to pay for it with a tree or with an axe or something like that. You have to be absolutely perfect when you play Ranai because he will find every single little sliver.
And speaking of that, he does actually get that nair into forward air conversion, gets the back throw right after.
Oh, good escape there from Ally, up being into Ranai to knock him away and gain stage control.
And these players are so evenly matched, over a minute into the match, and they've been fighting. Good job by Ranai avoiding that forward air.
And that was really the first reach for a kill that any of these guys have done. Like, Ally tried to strike first, but Ranai had it scouted out.
Is he going to be able to land? Ally just so potent once he gets you in the air, too.
Oh, he was about to try and give him the gutter ball, but Ally was able to shield it without too much worry.
Goes for the classic down throw to forward air, but Ranai obviously ready for that air dodge down situation
in
the tree.
Oh, a forest just grew underneath Ally, and it sent him off the blast zone. Ranai, great call there. He knows that Ally likes to go towards the ledge to try and use his options there. Catches him and takes the stock.
That was just so great. And now, is Ally really going to be able to close the gap? Because a player like Ranai, when he's chasing you down, it's one thing, but he has the luxury now to actually run away and force you to run to him.
Yeah, and actually, that's kind of what caused Ally to lose to Komodo yesterday, is that he had to be the one to put in on the pressure, and if he isn't the one able to control the set, he's going to struggle here against Ranai.
I was just about to mention that. You saw Ally trying to scout an opening for the up smash, running back and forth, finally does get it with the jump cancel reverse up smash.
And so now Ally's going to have to try and get a combo, but Ranai and his villager are a floaty team here, and so it's going to be interesting to see if Ally is going to be able to leverage any sort of combos here against this very dangerous villager.
It seems like Ally is starting to catch on to Ranai's at least air dodge habit. If you notice in the last exchange, he is baiting out air dodges before he commits anything.
Oh, but the bowling ball is going to end game one.
Wow, speaking of commitments, he committed to that up B, and that just wasn't the time to do it. But at the same time, what was Mario really going to do in that situation?
Yeah, the only thing he could have maybe done is cape to stall, and that would have sent the ball. Not only sent the bowling ball back up to Ranai, but it would have paused him in the air even if he wouldn't have gotten the cape. But unfortunately, he was at that point where he was almost too low to waste the cape and have that time. So unfortunately, he was just kind of caught between a bowling ball and a hard place there.
No pun intended, I'm sure.
No, there was definitely no pun. I would never pun you guys.
All right,
but,
and
going
Ally,
back to SC.
this final, yeah. Maybe it's a very interesting option. Just because when you think of
maybe this was not the pick.
I mean, I guess we will find out. But I was gonna say that the way Ranai, or just Villager in general, he covers such a nice range that maybe you do want to kind of get beside him and not allow him to really run and escape from you.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Villager has the kill power that on par with anything that Mario does as well, if not more, because of his very deadly triple turnips and the bowling ball. So stage size isn't going to really matter here. I think it's going to be maneuverability that's the key.
And smart stuff by Ally opting to go for Town and City. It does have the lower blast zones, But most notably, the only stock he did take was from an up smash, so he can take it a little bit earlier right now.
And it also gives him platforms to try and land on, because we saw him have a little bit of trouble landing. Like, for instance, he lost his first stock due to the tree because he had to make the choice to either land on Ranai or land on the ledge, and the tree is what caught him. So having a few platforms to try to escape to is definitely going to work to Ally's benefit here.
Ally just running up, shielding, trying to get an opening, and Ranai just so relentless with this defense. As you can see, Ally finally almost closed the gap, and this Nair just comes out immediately.
Oh no, stretcher. Okay, yeah, Ally's doing fine, but now Ranai has kind of reversed it and has his feet in center stage.
Both these players just, still playing so safe, and I love every time Ranai just shoots out the Void Rockets and stall just a bit more so he doesn't get punished.
Yeah, the Lloyds are a very powerful tool. A lot of people would question their usage because, oh, Mario has a cape, but they're also useful as a close-range tool, not just as a slow-moving projectile.
And it's happening again and again. Every time Ally goes for a follow-up, the rocket just comes out, and Ranai seems to escape some of the damage.
Now, Ranai has taken more damage, but I still don't feel like he's really out of control here. Like, he has such powerful tools to keep Mario out that at any point he could just retreat and force Ally to try and use that pressure game that got him in a lot of trouble.
Smart stuff by Ally. He's adjusting a bit to Ranai, and now whenever he's off stage, he actually just jumps above him.
Oh, but he catches the landing with that up smash. That is Ally classic.
That's going to be it. And Town and City coming into play. Last game, he wasn't searching for that until about 105, 110% or so.
Yeah, that one killed really early, though, thanks to his TNC pick.
Which is interesting that Ranai actually let this sneak through. I don't know if maybe he was worried about the platform stages.
Yeah, I mean, typically Marios do like the tri-platforms, Dreamland and Battlefield as well, because it gives them a lot of opportunities to extend their up airs through combos. So maybe TNC was an afterthought, but it's definitely working in Ally's favor here.
And good job. The Void Rocket does come through again, but this time Ally opting for up B, using that invincibility to sneak by it.
Speaking of up air combos off the platforms, oh, the only thing that interrupted that was the platforms retreating out of the out of the stage.
Wow, and just great job by Ally getting all that damage and then still managing to come back even though he was off stage against Ranai.
And we actually said this earlier. We were talking about Zero versus Ranai at Genesis. There was quite a few times where Ranai was in a similar deficit and was able to bring it back through his very careful, very measured play. So don't count Ranai out of this game just yet.
He definitely cannot, but this is Ally, an EVO champion. I think he might have what it takes to at least close out a game where he's going to keep it competitive, that's for sure.
Oh, this is definitely going to be one of the more competitive matches that we could possibly see. These guys are so deep in their well of skill that they can pull from that I definitely could see this going all 5 games.
In the layers of the edge guard right there by Ranai, I was just going to say good job, Ally, recognizing the tree was going to come out. Ranai said the tree is just for show.
Yeah, what do you even do there, though? Like, you have a tree in front of you, you have a villager behind, and you have a bowling ball dropping on your head. Like, you got nothing there.
To be honest, he had to go to the platform a little bit earlier, but just kudos to Ranai recognizing the situation, saying, I'm going to put up 2 obstacles for you.
Now, what we haven't seen from Ally here against the relatively floaty villager, and he likes to use it a lot, is flood usage to kind of push him back. But that's the thing, is villager likes having its back to the wall, so it's very difficult to use flood in any sort of like positive manner.
Yeah, and Ally right now is looking a little flustered. It seems like he just wants to end the match, and by trying to do so, his 98% lead is gone.
Oh, but there's the up smash, and it doesn't matter if you have a 98% or a 2% lead. The up smash is going to take it at that percent.
It is indeed. Good job, Ally. 1-1 right here. Loser gets 33rd. This is just ridiculous.
This is the first match of the tournament of day 2.
In the adjustments right now, this is a top 3 match. Like every time someone does something, the other person raises them. He's like, well, I'll recover above you. Well, I'll do this. Well, I had a tree and a bowling ball.
Yeah. If I go high, well, then you're hitting me with the slingshot. If I go low, then you're dropping a bowling ball on me. Like I said, like I mentioned at the end of game 1, the only thing that I can think that he can do to combat those bowling ball kills on the edge is try and get a cape out and send it right back up to villager.
Or, I mean, he had the right idea where he was trying to just recover above villager to avoid the whole situation. But at that point, it didn't matter.
Yeah.
But even with that said, villager is having a little bit of difficulty landing. And Ally recognized that. And instead of trying to evade the down air from villager, he's actually using the invincibility of his up smash to combat it instead.
Yeah, and that's actually a really good call by Ally. The reason that you want to, kind of keep your feet planted when you're facing a villager of any kind, but especially Ranai, is that he likes to do so much shenanigans with his short hops and cross ups and stuff like that. Up smash almost cancels out all of that because of the frames that it has that don't allow you to get interrupted.
I wonder if Ranai maybe is going to try to just avoid the situation, as well.
Yeah.
Maybe instead of landing with the down airs. just maybe leave and just say, I'll avoid rocket and just air dodge my way down somewhere else.
Yeah, or just retreat and go back in. He was playing a little bit more aggressive in that second game compared to the first one, so I think he's going to have to try and pull it back a little bit. He had to be a little bit more aggressive, though, because he was at such a deficit, and it almost cost allies. So, again, just evenly matched. Adjustments, counter-adjustments, everything is happening in this match right now. It's a heck of a match, and I'm excited to see how it continues here on Lilac Cruz.
Yeah, even right now, they both – it's like they both decided together, we hit each other too hard. Let's throw a couple items at each other now.
Oh, and that was really smart by Ally, using the quick forward throw and using the grab's invincibility frames to not get hit by that Lloyd rocket. Really smart there, and it actually kept his advantage all the way in his favor.
Ally just all over Ranai right now, chasing him down, but Ranai finally getting an opening and making the best of it.
Oh, and a great drift by Ally. I thought we were about to see another gutter ball.
Sorry, is Ranai going to be able to land? Ally just jumping at him, scaring him a bit, getting the shield poke with the up air. Doing it again, doesn't connect with that down air. Ranai actually was in jeopardy of losing his stock.
All right, the tree's back out, which means the axe is in play.
And he tries to go for it right there.
I was almost precognizant there live.
Yeah. He heard you. We're too close to them.
Yeah, right? Well, luckily both these guys are wearing their headphones, so there's no danger of that. But I got to say, the axe is an incredibly potent tool because not only does it come out as a killing tool, but also means that the tree is up, and the tree is also a very potent defensive and offensive tool.
I like just searching, trying to just end the stock of Ranai, throwing out the up smashes, and Ranai trying to fire back with the axe.
Both at 107. We might as well not even play the start of this match. Like, this is dead even.
And the power shows from both players, the execution at this level is insane.
Yeah, you know you're seeing some good smash when you hear ching, 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 like
a martial arts movie in the making.
Yeah, right? It's like watching Tony Jaa out here. Oh,
the second hit
no.
does not kill Ally. Very fortunate for Ally. I was very worried for him.
You gotta watch out for the axe, though, especially on that shield. He's just boxing that shield. It's real low.
And again, going for it. Ally might have been able to punish that with the up smash. The back throw's not going to do it quite yet. Ranai trying to recover.
Oh, and he gets the triple turnips up through the ledge. Sharking Ally and taking his first stock.
126% though. Ally can make quick work of this, and he does with a down smash.
And
Mario's almost never used that.
He knew that he was going to get hit by that tree, so he just threw out the down smash and said, I'm fine with taking this 18%.
Which was smart, and he actually has a lead again. Ally combos coming through. Ranai sitting at 50% right now.
Coming with these Jeff Hardy drop kicks.
Power shield again, and just Ranai just not having an answer right now to the onslaught of Ally.
Onslaught's a really good word for it. He just seems suffocating right now. It's very difficult for Ranai to kind of fire back, but he is starting to fire back a little bit with the slingshot usage, matching back airs with back airs.
And again, I don't know how Ally is maneuvering around these hit boxes and projectiles, but somehow he's doing it.
I mean, I remember playing Villager, like when starting out, I'm like, these slingshots are broken. And the fact that Ally is dodging them so well is just absolutely incredible because they're completely disjointed. It's basically a projectile.
Ranai, he might get him off stage. If he connects with it, he has it down air. And this is when it gets scary because if he gets hit off stage just for a moment, a bowling ball will indeed take the stock, and Ranai will win this match.
Ally didn't pummel there, which is normal, but he does respect the back.
Oh my goodness, the read of a lifetime coming in from Ally.
Oh, and Ally he knows that he's a hair's breadth from death right there.
And you always have to respect the confidence of players like this. Your allies, your narrows, your foes. They make a decision, they go for it, and they don't question the outcome.
Yeah, and that was, man, like I said, hair's breadth because that bowling ball was on him. But Ally does not blink in the face of death.
Definitely not, but part of it, after he did that, he had kind of a sigh of like, I wasn't sure if that was going to work for sure.
Yeah, he knew that was a 50-50 gamble.
All right, but if he does defeat a player like Ranai, the momentum going into the rest of the tournament is crazy.
Yeah, it would be huge for Ally to have this, especially after a little bit of a rough day yesterday where he lost to Komoda because he wasn't playing with the same confidence that he normally does.
And Ranai running it right back to Lilac Cruz. Not feeling like the stage really impacted the decision.
I mean, it was literally, like, it could have gone either way. Like, if that bowling ball would have came out, 5 frames earlier, we would have had a dead Ally, and Ranai would have been going forward with a 2-1 lead.
Interesting enough, though, they didn't start off the match nearly the same manner, with both of them just throwing out projectiles, not wanting to commit.
Yeah, no, this is a much more committal game 4 here. And Ally scoping out that sharking technique that Ranai's been using to good effect. He's going to have to be careful trying to edge guard this villager, because if he gets hit by a triple turnip again, he could lose his stock in the same manner and put himself at a huge deficit.
And every time Ranai does throw Ally off the stage, you always see him looking for that air dodge, because he knows one forward air, one back air, and he can take the stock of Ally with the forward smash later. But speaking of taking stocks, Ally just teeing off with that forward air, getting that spike, and talk about a huge lead a minute into
That
the
is
match.
exactly what you were saying, actually, is that Ally was trying to scope out opportunities to just try and put a big, highlight reel move onto Ranai and get this big lead, and that's exactly what happened. He's looking to finish this now. He does not want a Game 5 against the player of the caliber of Ranai.
And this is when we're going to really see what Ranai is made of. We've seen him when he can play his game, but what can he do when he's at a deficit like this against a player of Ally's caliber?
Yeah, back in Game 2, after he lost the first stock against Ally, he was never really able to bring it all the way back. He made it close percentage-wise, but never really had an opportunity for a kill, and ended up losing that game too.
And it's starting to show a little bit. Ranai being significantly more defensive than we're accustomed to. If you notice, whenever Ally gets near, he's immediately shielding opposed to applying his own pressure. And because of that, it makes you wonder, is he going to get it together? Is he going to be able to bring it back? Because we know the skill is there. It's just a question of will he get that conversion he needs.
And what Ranai is doing right here is great, though. He just kept zoning out with those projectiles. 8 allies jump with the slingshot pellet, and Ally just knew it was over, so he up-bees into the blast zone to get back on the stage ASAP.
So I guess Ranai is showing he's still here to play. He can still do this. That forward air, was just kind of a fluke.
That I just want to point out that Lloyd that he put against the ledge was so smart, because there was nothing Ally could have done there to try and edge guard. He was completely and perfectly safe in that situation.
And Ally going for the forward air again, trying to make statements out here.
And he's having a tough time. Like we mentioned it last game, Ally was doing a great job avoiding these slingshots. Now he's eating almost every single one of them to his face.
Yeah, he is. And, he's also rolling to try to mix it in just a bit more, because Ranai clearly found an answer to what Ally was originally doing.
And Villager just runs right past him. He's like, nah, son, I'm out. I gotta get over to Tom Nook. My rent's due.
And, both these players evenly matched, 1% difference between these two, almost 3 minutes into the match. And just neither of them can find a solid opening, neither one of them wanting to take that risk.
Yeah, we're back to the chess match. After a bit of an explosive opening from Ally with that forward air kill, it has returned to just an even match.
And I really like the mix-up the Ally's doing. After the down throw, you're not sure if it's going to be a forward air or a back air, and both of them punish different things.
Oh, and that bowling ball was actually a really interesting choice there, because it did leave him open, but if it would have hit, it would have been a big momentum changer.
Oh my
but the
goodness.
Spicy meatball in response. We saw the bowling ball come out again, and Ally challenges it.
And Ranai sneaking that up air in again. Ally taking some unnecessary damage for it. Is he going to commit?
He guessed that he would cape the Lloyd rocket, and it would give an opportunity for an up air. Oh, he had the read, but he didn't pull the trigger.
Gets the up B, not enough quite yet. Ranai at 144%, almost at max rage. One hit away from defeating Ally. Ally one hit away from advancing in this bracket. Axe is in play.
Oh, he gets a grab through the Lloyd rocket. Perfect shield into grab. Really smart there. Really talented, timing play there from Ally. And the weight. Up throw! Oh, and the floaty light villager gets tossed off the top. You never see up throw kill, but that was either a heck of a DI mix-up, or it was just, right at that magical percent.
I will have to investigate with Ally a little bit later, because I was curious to know too. I said, well, I don't believe forward throw will do it quite yet. Back throw is all the way on we'll send him all the way to the other side, and Ally just a master of his character.
Yeah, so
through and through.
What we got here was just an amazing match, and actually, thanks to UR for their amazing Bible here, I'm going to hit you with the weight, and that's Villager at number 40, so he's the 18th lightest character. So that's good stuff from Ally, knowing that he was like a feather, like bantamweight kind of light, and that up throw took it away.
Yeah, that was just. I don't even think I don't think anyone could have expected it. You want to DI properly, you think F throw, you think back throw. Obviously, you're not going to consider down throw, but up throw, you only really think about that at lower percents when you get the up throw to down air conversion.
And then all of a sudden, we see up throw, and then you're like, no, and then he explodes, and Ally with the two very unique kill options in that match, with the down smash that he rarely uses and the up throw to kill. Ranai out at 33rd, Ally moving on to top 32.